So what you've seen is a little cooking montage that I've put together, but instead of going for the digital look, I wanted it to have a classic film vibe. Quick disclaimer though, I'm not a professional filmmaker or a colorist. I'm just a hobbyist who likes to shoot stuff, and I wanted to get that film look at home. So the thing is, getting the film look with a digital camera isn't as easy as it sounds. Digital footage can tend to look too sharp or too perfect, and it lacks the texture or characteristics that make film so iconic, and modern cameras simply can't replicate that. And that's where Dehancer comes in. So Dehancer is a film emulation plugin that you can use to transform your digital footage into something that was shot on a film camera with a specific film stock. It has everything you need, from adding film grain, blooms, halation, and a huge range of film stock that you can apply to your footage. So today we're going to re-edit the cooking montage you saw earlier, and we're going to use Dehancer to apply that film look. Okay, so we are now in Premiere Pro, and we're going to attempt to make this footage look like it was shot on film. So as you can see right now, the footage has been converted back to log footage so that I can demonstrate how to use the Dehancer to convert your log footage into Rec 709 and then apply a film stock on top of it. So first thing we're gonna do is to create an adjustment layer and apply it on top of all our footage. And now that we have our adjustment layer, we're going to go to the Effects tab, and we're going to search for Dehancer and apply it to the adjustment layer. So before we start color grading, I'm just going to say that as a hobbyist, I'm mainly concerned with the basics to how the film look is achieved. So that means I won't be going in depth with each and every setting available in Dehancer. So with that being said, the first thing I do to enhance our footage is to convert our log footage into Rec 709. And we do that by going to the Input tab, clicking Source, and choosing the camera that we use to shoot the video. So in this case, I use the Fujifilm X-T3. So I'm going to look for Fujifilm X-T3 under this camera drop-down list. And you can see there's an immediate change to our footage. It has now been converted to Rec 709. After converting to Rec 709, the next setting I go to is the film setting. And here you can choose from a wide range of film stock that you like to apply to your footage. So right now it's using Kodak Vision 3 250D, but if I open the drop-down list, there's a lot of film stock that you can use for your color grade. So I'm going to keep Vision 3 250D for now. And after choosing the film stock, I go to the Print tab, and the Print tab basically means which paper you are going to air quote print your video onto. So according to their manual, the linear profile is best used for positive films. The Fujifilm 3513 and the Kodak 2383 is best used for movie stocks. And for negative films, the Kodak Endura glossy paper will work best. So I already like the look of the linear profile, so I'm going to keep that. And after the Print tab, I go immediately to the Film Grain tab. And this is where the grain is added. So I like to enable grain for this project. And you can also customize and fine-tune the grain by clicking on this drop-down list and clicking on custom. So here we have different settings to fine-tune the amount of grain or the size of grain that you want to appear on your footage. But for me, I'm already fine with these presets. After adding grain, the next thing I go to is the halation tab. Halation is the red-orange tint that you see on highlights or contrasting areas. So here is a scene where I think we can see the halation effect on display, but just to be sure, I'm going to customize the halation effect and boost it all the way. So you can see there's a red glow on the knife here. So that's the halation effect. I'm going to turn off halation for now because I don't really like the look that it gives. And after halation, I go to the bloom setting and just add bloom because I like the look of bloom. So bloom basically adds glow effect on the highlights and contrasty areas as well. It's similar to the halation effect, but instead of the red-orange tint, you get light dispersion instead. So you have this kind of dreamy look to your footage. It's like adding a promise filter in post. After adding bloom, I go to film damage and add film damage as well. So film damage are the dust, the hairlines that you see that randomly appear. So this emulates the irregularities that can happen on the actual film process. So these are the settings that I usually play around in Dehancer that allows me to get the film look that I want. It's film grain, halation, bloom, film damage, and of course the actual film stock. These settings are enough for my use case, and I'm already happy with the results that I'm getting from just these settings. So other useful setting here in Dehancer is this output setting. This is like the opacity of the effect. So if I turn this to 0, it's like nothing was applied. Yeah, you can fine-tune the amount of effect that you want to appear on your footage. So now the question is, would I recommend Dehancer? Well, my honest take is, if you're just a hobbyist like me and only do this for fun, I wouldn't advise you to buy the plugin because it is pricey. However, what I would advise is for you to test out the free tools that you can get online that will help you achieve the film look. And by experience, I've done this by downloading film overlays online and just applying it on top of all the footage and changing the blending modes of this overlay. Play around with those, see how close you can get, and when you're ready to take it more seriously, you can get these plugins like Dehancer to help you with your workflow and get the film look more conveniently and quickly. So again, if you're starting out, I wouldn't recommend buying Dehancer just to get that film look. I would advise you to look for free tools online to help you achieve that film look. But if you want to get more serious and have an efficient workflow, Dehancer is a great tool for you to play around with. So if you're interested in trying out Dehancer and giving your own footage that film look, you can use my code HAMZA10 to get 10% off your purchase. If you're curious about experimenting with the film look and want to see what's possible with just a few clicks, Dehancer is a fantastic way to do it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you learned something from this tutorial. See you in the next video.